All right, so we got most of the items that was on our list. A couple of them they didn't have, but we gonna head for the drop off. Hey, how you doing today? Yeah, it's we got, like I said, most of the items on the list. A couple of them they didn't have, and still cold out here. A few snowflakes still falling. We're gonna get through the parking lot, get this loaded up in the car, and get to the next stop at the drive-thru. What time is it now? It is 5:13, so we started at 5:25 when we left the house, or when we got in traffic. So we making reasonably good time, but this is a 10-mile trip, so I know it's gonna take us past 5:25, but we'll be somewhere close. But for this first hour, we gonna call it $20 for the first hour. So it wasn't a bad trip, but we wish we could have got it out quicker. But we wasn't getting a response for the people when we didn't have, when we had to miss an item. So we had to try to give them a minute to contact us, but we didn't hear anything. So let me get in the ride, and then we gonna head over to the next spot. All right, y'all, we back in the car. Get these windows cleared up a little bit. And our next pickup at the drive-thru is gonna be on Raccoon Road. And that is 13 minutes away, 5.7. So that's dragging us across to 5:30. So that's about when we got out here and got started, somewhere around 5:30-ish. But like I said, we left and we got on the road. It was like 5:25. So 5:30, I think, by the time we got our first trip. And we gonna head over here, try to pick up this on Raccoon Road. I'll tell y'all how close we get exactly to that hour. And we'll see what happens after that. Alright, so let's get it. That's the thing about the grocery store trips. Even like Myers, it's a grocery store where everything is pretty much where it's supposed to be. We still may run into that issue that the items just aren't available, and then you're kind of stuck grabbing, what you can. Now, these people picking up I got a beer order or something like that, cigarette, beer, something, I don't know what it is, from this quick stop that we about to stop at. Now, I tried to contact the people, I tried to call them, always at the store, because they didn't have all the items they wanted, but the people never answered the phone. So that's a issue you gotta deal with sometime, and I'm gonna have to keep the receipt from this Sammy Quick Stop or whatever. I don't know if it's a purchase or it's just an order and go. Hopefully it's an order and go that they already put in, but they gotta be there to show ID for whatever the next item is. So the fact they didn't answer the phone kind of makes me concerned about that, because I called them 2 times and sent various texts and never heard anything back when I was in the store shopping. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with this next pickup to drop it off. All these factors, they tear your hour up. So like I say, when you out here working and or whatever it is. Those are the kind of things that you may run into when you're trying to make a certain amount per hour. You get those hiccups where, like I said, you got to contact the customer sometime, and you try to give them a reasonable time to call back or contact you to let you know where they at and what we're doing with these orders and purchases, but they don't always answer the phone. So I haven't yet had to return a order with DoorDash, but I've done it quite a few times with Uber. But like I said, I did Uber Eats and everything, and drove Uber a lot longer. But yet with DoorDash, I haven't had to return anything. Usually it's somebody home that's old enough to accept the order with an ID. But like I said, these people wasn't answering, so I don't know what's about to happen with this one. We'll see when we get over here. Alright, we headed down Tippecanoe again today. So taking Tippecanoe over to what I believe they said is Curtin Road. And try to hit this drive-through and get this trip done quick as possible. It's coming up on the time where we started, where we got in the car today, but we got about, I want to say, 30, we got about 10 to 13 minutes before we actually got to our zone, and then I said another 4 or 5 after that, so let's call it 15 minutes, because we got in our zone about 4:34-ish, and then we actually got to the staging area about 5 minutes after that, but we got a trip right away, so I just jumped on and took y'all on the ride. But like I said, about 15 minutes from now would be that hour mark now that I'm, calculating time and thinking about it. So if we can get this picked up, get it dropped off in 15 minutes, then that'll be $20.20 for the hour. I said we did a few snow flurries, so thug it out, see if it really come down on us or if it's gonna stay light. to our zone before we get a trip. So that's always a concern, because that messes with what you can do with that next hour to reduce your time. You know, that you only have 45 minutes to make, but you would have had an hour to make because you got to go back into your zone. And that's the bad thing about doorDash. I choose to doorDash in the area that I doorDash in because it's like I said, it's more restaurants and stores in that area, and the tips tend to be higher than they are in the city. Because I've done it in the city before too. And like I say, this area, it would be considered Youngstown. So if I was dashing in the actual city, Austintown and all of that would be considered part of Youngstown. But because Boardman, I think they have so many shopping centers and stores, they give them their own zone. And, you know, everything else is considered Youngstown. Struthers, Poland, Catfield, all that stuff. So up 224, and then made a left on the Raccoon Road, and it brought us around almost a direct shot with a little split and flip over where you get to I think it's Shields maybe, I want to say. And other than that though, this is pretty fast route. This way it brought us around Tippecanoe onto Meridian Road, and then up Kirk Road to Raccoon Road. So, like I said, we're about a mile out from this pickup at the drive-thru. Like I said, hopefully these people was there to receive, because they definitely weren't answering the phone. And the road is getting a little slick. The people still driving on it, so it ain't too bad. I haven't seen any salt trucks out yet, so I don't know if they salted or if they ain't expecting a lot of snow today. But it's a little slip from flurries we was getting. They melt down and making the ground slip because it's freezing, because it's so cold. So this is Raccoon Road, run through the south or west side of the town area. Get in about a half mile. This is a heavily apartmented area. It's a lot of apartments and stuff over here. A lot of people want to live, I guess, out this way nowadays. You know, it's a little further out, but it's a lot of weird stuff that go on in these apartments too. They tuck them away to try to get away from the city and, you know, give people a nicer place to live. But with the opioid epidemic and everything like it is here in Youngstown and Austintown surrounding areas, they still get a little trouble up here from people stealing and different things like that. So I'd say anywhere you go, it's the same thing. We're gonna try to get in and out of this drive-thru. Let's see what they order. And like I said, hopefully they are there to receive these items. about 15 minutes to get over here so far. So it's 5:39 or 5:28, almost 5:30. We'll try to grab these and get to the drop off here pretty quickly. Depending on how fast we get out of the drive. How you doing, man? Picking up DoorDash for Gina G. All right. Thank you. You too. Got the order and we are 5 minutes away, so if these people are here, we don't have any trouble dropping it off, then we can call out an hour. We're 5 minutes away, and that was about the time that I got into the work zone today. So too long after we took our first order. So get over here. Hopefully there, get this stuff delivered. Excuse me, we'll be good to go. Sometimes I get good orders from this place over here. It's called Barry Dingles. It's a barbecue fancy style restaurant. But sometimes I get good orders from there when I'm leaving this area, so hopefully we do that today, and then we can keep it going and stay consistent for this next hour. Like I said, you see the roads is getting a little more dusty the colder it gets with this light snowfall, and so I know it's gonna start to get a little slippery, but we're gonna pay attention and stay on our game and take our time. So hopefully these people is here with their ID, and I don't have to return none of this stuff. Because the Myers order can be left, with the second order, I'd have to return back to the store if they don't answer. So we're gonna see what happens. We called them a few times on the other Meridian Road, so we'll jump back on Meridian when we leave here and head towards Pacific Canoe and get back into our zone. We're almost there. We're a minute out, so hopefully they wait for this water. Keep our fingers crossed. See, this street is a little slicker, less travel, so you can see it's a little more of the snow dust covering it. The other day we got stuck in somebody's yard while we was dashing. The driveway was covered in snow, had to pull up and turn around and got stuck in there, but we got her out. Alright, so we're almost at their residence. We'll be dropping in on them right at 35 after the hour. So, like I said, hopefully they're there, ready to go. And we just dropped off fast. We'll see what happens.
The customer requested you leave the order at their door. They added the following instructions. Leave at my door. Can you bring to garage, please? Thank you.
People be calling their answers. We'll see what happens. Alright, y'all. Let me take some of this stuff off on me right now. How you doing, bud? So we got that done in an hour. So now we can work on our next hour. So $20.20 for our first hour. We got those trips done, and we will be heading back over to Canfield area via Meridian Road. See, the snow mist has gotten a little heavier. So, like I said, we're gonna take our time on this road. So be safe. Like I said, the main streets are a little better looking because ain't nobody traveling across them, but we gonna get to this bread. So 20 our first hour, y'all. $20.20. That's our average. We want to make at least $20 an hour to feel good about the day coming out. So we're almost back over here to the main road to head out, I believe. I get turned around in some of these neighborhoods sometimes when I ain't paying attention, running my mouth. talk y'all through some of these trips. Alright, I believe this is Berkey Road. And we headed down to Meridian Road, and then we'll head back over towards Cadfield. So y'all been hearing about all the TikTok banning and TikTok being re-implemented and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have TikTok. My wife and kids, my daughter, not kids, my daughter, I know, my son might got it, I don't know. They had TikTok and they were telling me about not working for about 12 hours yesterday and this morning, and then they said it kicked back in at some point, so I don't know what's going on with that. I'm a YouTuber now, though. This is what I do. I'm gonna try to get one of them other sites, maybe. I don't know the benefit of it. I guess is to people say to tell other people about your YouTube channel and all that, but I don't know. Like I said, I got to use some of the other stuff like Instagram and stuff before, and you don't really, I don't know, I guess it's to each his own, but like I say, yeah, you see the snowflakes falling a little more now. It's getting dusty out here. So hopefully people feeling more generous and they're gonna tip us a little better. We'll find out. Like I said, we headed back to Arizona, so it must not be crazy busy over here in Youngstown and the west side right now, because we haven't got any trips to go back with. So I'm gonna pause this one here and we get back to our staging area and we'll get back on and see if we can make some more money. Unless something interesting happens, then I'll pop y'all back on. Alright, y'all, in a minute. Alright, y'all. We're just entering our zone again. It is 5:45. So, we into that next hour already. We're gonna see if we can find our staging area over here real quick and post up, and hopefully we get us another one soon. And I'll get right back to y'all.